Hello and welcome to a custom map cast, this time again on Deutz with Refero on UKF and Talisman on OST. A little treat on both ends for ourselves here. Refero on the west end of Deutz, made by yours truly, Trick_TV. And Classy Dave, he is running Special Weapons, Commando Regiment, and Mobile Assault with double infantry section bulletins, the 3% increased accuracy, the 3% increased reload speed, and then the 7% farther grenade throw range, the Mills bomb. So we might even see the early Mills bomb. And now I might be mistaken here, but this might affect the AT Boys Rifle Squad, the Tank Hunter Squads, Snare as well. Not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure it does. Either way, on the east end, we have Talisman on OST, and he typically goes OKW, so he counterpicked Refero's UKF with OST, supposedly. I'm curious to see if he was going to go into any Ostrupen, but he doesn't have any Ostrupen doctrines, as Ostrupen trade very well against UKF just in terms of manpower bleed. But either way, he's running joint operations, which is exciting to see, Jaeger infantry, and then defensive community, the defensive doctrine. So he has the 2% faster between shots and reload on his grenadiers, the 4% increased armor on his snipers, and the increased armor by 5% on the 222. And so far, it's looking pretty standard. The infantry company and the MG42 opening, and we have the UC and double infantry sections so far for Refero. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the map, and I haven't done the overlay the whole fucking time because no one reminded me at all, so we're just gonna fucking pretend that I am a professional and move on with our lives. God, whatever. Well, this one won't go up on YouTube, I guess. I guess it could. I don't know. Hey, Von Loosub, too. I could reintroduce, but either way. Do you guys want me to reintroduce everybody really fast while we go with this? I think it's too late. Either way. GG, yeah. You guys need to remind me about the fucking overlay sometimes, you know? This is your fault, not mine. Kill me. I wasn't reading chat. You're all too slow. I'm reporting you. Either way, we'll just let it go and it's cast. And I'll pretend that it didn't happen. Getting your pitchfork. I'm sorry. Infantry section for Refero. I'm curious to see if his fourth squad is a Vickers or, oh, he's going into early squad size. Okay, so he's going really hard into the infantry section, so he might outright just skip the Vickers and go into the platoon command post for the sapper. Either way, we'll find it. It does work. It takes your bet, just doesn't notify you. Hit exclamation point points to me. You probably have none unless you followed. Also, hi to me. Talisman. Trying to close the distance here. The betting's gonna be closed in like, oh, it is already closed. There you go. I'll open it again for you guys since this is a fucking cheese fiesta. See, you have to follow? No, it just gives you a huge payout. You get 5 per minute hanging out. Either way, it is a 4th infantry section. Let me focus. I'm so sad. This is such a fucking fun game. I was so excited with UKF and OST from Talisman. God damn it. But he actually goes to Vickers Light K for the mobile suppression on the UC instead of the flamethrower, the Wasp upgrade. And with all the green cover helping deny that, you think maybe that would be a little bit stronger. But no, he's going for the Light K variant. Meanwhile, in the north, we have the movement from Talisman grabbing the fuel directly and the secondary or the primary cutoff for him in the east on the map. And while I was not paying attention, we actually had Refero lose a squad on retreat. Or did he cancel a squad? No, he lost a squad on retreat. So that's not looking good for Refero. So maybe it is good that I fucked up the overlay at the start. Yeah. I'm really surprised he didn't go into the Wasp upgrade, to be completely honest. Just waiting to get that extra munitions, and I believe you have to tech for this too, for the Wasp. So he really wanted to put the pressure on early, and then with his early aggressiveness, he actually managed to lose a squad. That's very strange. But platoon command post ready to go. Vickers finds a grenadier squad trying to cross this road and gets annihilated for its time. And double infantry sections sitting here behind the green cover against these grenadiers and pioneers is going to be a little bit difficult regardless. But Talisman not controlling double fuel this time around. Losing that squad's really gonna hurt him. Where'd that UC go? All the way back to base. Could have followed these squads. Potentially got that wipe if it was a little patient for that, but it's just hanging out at full health back at base. And really interesting, he's mining his base entrance. He anticipates early aggression. 251 Flame half-track to just drive in his base. And you can tell Refero plays plenty of Brits at the top level, as that is a very real thing, as there's no way to stop them outside of the AT Boys rifle or a 6-pounder, which the 251 can just drive by. So mining his own base, he's getting ready for that early aggression from Talisman. And now Talisman has not even teched yet. It's just now completing, so the 251 might not even be used. He might feel confident enough with the wipe on the infantry section to be A-OK and just fast tech into support armor. And the incendiary rounds from the MG42 as enough to get these infantry sections out of here. And he lost another squad to the MG42 surprise incendiary rounds. So it's looking like that despite my excitement, Refero dropping the ball a little bit on this map this time around. Talisman really just putting the hurt onto him. And now double fuel will be his way, so I really highly doubt we're going to see anything built out of light mechanized. Honestly, I'm very surprised that he even built it, because I do think this is going to be a fast tech into support armor. But now, a lot weighing on the AEC for Refero. No, he's going to 251. Maybe this will be the little bit of throw. Maybe he doesn't want to play it slow and just control the map and go into a medium tank. He wants to go into the light vehicle and close the game right now. So that's what he's going to try and do. Another modified M6 going down in the northern fuel, but it gets spotted out by those pioneers who are getting the hazard removal package upgraded and ready to go. Brits are not the strongest allied faction in 1v1. They haven't been for years, because they're so easy to abuse. 2v2 is an entirely different beast, because all of their weaknesses are made up for their partner. You're able to make different tech choices, but in 1v1, they're notoriously one of the weakest factions, and that's why you don't see anybody play them in 1v1. But with snares, that will change, because a lot of their weaknesses come from the fact that they don't have a commander that allows, or they were tied to as one specific commander for snaring outside of getting lucky with a mine. But here's the 251. The flame projectors will come out here momentarily. Sappers trying to win this fight. And Refero, there's no way he's going to be able to. Another sandbag wall built by this infantry section here. And there's the flame projectors. Now, this 251 could drive into the modified M6. It's not going to be enough to kill it outright, but the AEC will be able to hunt it down. The problem is all the snares from the grenadiers will be able to protect up that 251, so losing the north end again. It looks like the commando glider insertion is being utilized. And where is it headed? It looks like it's headed into the south. It is. Not. It's headed up into the north. So all in and on the north. He gets on the retreat path of these grenadiers. They do get that snare off. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Look at that squad spacing. What? So a lot of DPS. He goes for the cheeky light gammon, the MLG esports ready light gammon, and tries to pick up that wipe on retreat. But 222, yeah, this is a super heavy all in from Talisman here. He wants to close this game right now. 251 toasted him up. Another RE squad. He realizes the pressure that's on this AEC squad to make it work. The AEC going down would be catastrophic. 222 firing into the Horsa glider. Gonna go ahead and destroy that. 251 gets a shot from the AEC, but no real way of capitalizing on its low health as it is. Have a damaged engine, and these squad wipes from Refero just really hurting him right now. 6-pounder, the choice from Refero. Commando squad could be cheeky and hide behind the cover on this and manage to get some kills. Infantry section focusing fire onto this Grenadier squad. They're going to walk up into the main gun destroyed on that 222, and the Grenadiers will throw a Faust out and retreat. The sappers should have followed them a little bit there and potentially got that kill. The MG42 across the railway for the tunnel here. Got the suppression on the infantry section, getting them to retreat as well, but no way to really capitalize on getting these light vehicles, as the AEC is stronger than both of the ones Talisman is currently fielding. And again, I'm really sorry that I missed that overlay. I was just so excited about this game. My bad, guys. But it's looking like it's going to be a little bit stompy, so with the wipes. But Refero's pulling it back a little bit. Commandos caught out behind this M4C. Sherman paying for their time and their cheeky little tactics with fire upon their backs. 251 backs off, the AEC showing. The snare, or excuse me, the suppression from the Vickers Light Cave variant on the UC helps get those Grenadiers on and away. He really needs to pick up a wipe on one of these squads. But it is doing a lot of work. He's managed not to lose this yet, and it's been really a crutch for him and maintaining less manpower bleed. 6-pounder squad is trying to get this 222. Can he get the last shot? He does! He goes all the way off the Hohenzollern Bridge, over the glider carcass, and across the railway into the 222 and finds that kill. So Refero not out of this yet. $251. Wishing it had its buddy around still. Now, will this be support armor? He's already teched into it. This might just be straight into tier 4, and we might see a Brumbar. He hasn't gone to build it yet. His hazard removal package Pioneer did go back, though, so we'll see what he does. And he's going for the support armor. Okay, so he's calming down a little bit. I was hoping to see a little bit of unorthodox play from Talisman, as he typically goes OKW. It seems to be his preferred faction in almost all ways, but OST does perform very well against UKF, and he's going to lose his 251. The AAC rolling up, going to get the last shot. He stops the movement on it. He does get it. He's going to pay for his time with a snare, but there's no real way of capitalizing on this. And all of a sudden, Refero looking really good, keeping it calm, cool, and collected, and bouncing back into this game with 2 light vehicle pickups. Rifle nade. Now, he was calm here and didn't retreat straight away, so he doesn't take astronomical damage, as hanging out behind the green cover there does reduce the damage of that explosion by 50%. So if he would have retreated, he loses that cover and potentially a wipe with the clump. So being very calm there to not retreat straight away. Meanwhile, the suppression, he wants to get the pin on this, but with the green cover here, it's going to take a little bit longer. Modified M6 found out by the hazard removal package from the Pioneers. UC gets snared. He actually crawled his way up to get that snare, but the self-repair will go off immediately behind these sight blockers, so it'll be ready to go here in a moment. Has he gone into... He has not teched yet into the company command post to potentially get that Centaur out, but the Panzer IV is ready to go. Now, there is a 6-pounder in the AEC, and it would not be the first time that we've seen Refero take down a Panzer IV with an AEC and a 6-pounder, but it is Talisman, so we'll have to wait and see what he decides to do here. And we did get a relatively standard Jaeger infantry doctrine lock-in, so we'll see the Jaeger command squad, or as I call it, the Jaeger hero squad, as it has every ability under the sun available to it. But Refero doing really well, just stabilizing this match, and he's going for this mortar pit and a trench, so he is ready to sit here in the middle. This map is Deutz. It's available if you hit exclamation point maps, Ricky. It'll be available for you. Made by me and Classy Dave for the last season of SMC. Is on the east end of the Hohenzollern Bridge that was bombed out in Cologne, Germany. Meanwhile, the mortar pit is finished. Vickers hanging out behind them in that trench. Panzer IV hits the field. We have G43s coming out on these grenadiers. Mortar pit gonna smash into this MG42 for a little bit. Meanwhile, up in the north, the Panzer IV decides to show not in the middle, but in the north out of all places. And these debris need to go. They really mess with the pathing here. We're gonna have to fix that. But there's the Jaeger Command Squad. Mortar pit still smacking down. AEC trying to thread the needle behind all these emplacements and train tracks. He's ready to hang out here for as long as he needs to. Taking away the fuel in the north, and I can't believe the map control that Refero has right now. Panzer IV rolling through the south. M4Cs runs over one of the carcasses. Gets the sappers to retreat. D43 Grens also managed to get out of there. So north seems to be the course of stabilization for Talisman, while the Panzer IV tries to just bully around any stray units in the south for Refero. Going for another infantry section. These commandos really haven't done too much. They are cloaked up and hidden on this VP, though. So he's waiting and waiting and waiting to try and pick up a squad, and they will get nice and close, and here it comes. And there it is. He goes for it straight away. He throws down the Gammon bomb, but a little too early on that, and they're just going to have to head home. I almost would have rather have seen them in here and then close the distance after he gets onto the VP seemingly for free, but yeah, they're just getting smashed by these G43s. So he will retreat right through the alleyway that I was just talking about with a downed tree laying in the archway. Meanwhile, the Panzer IV trying to roll up for him. Where's that 6-pounder at? 6-pounder is in the south, and the Panzer IV is free to just fire into this trench and try and destroy it as quickly as it can. Meanwhile, that Vickers does get the suppression onto that Pioneer squad, and 6-pounder does find the shot into the side armor of the Panzer IV. AEC firing 2 shots, 1 missing, the second one not penning. Not too much of a surprise there. And the Horsa glider finally explodes and sends a huge chunk of metal careening into the sky because physics are definitely realistic. And he did lose his Pioneer squad for his time in the middle. Talisman did the hazard removal squad, so he's forced to remake it now. And we have the cheeky cloak from the Jaeger Command Squad. And does he have any other squads with the cloak available? He's actually upgrading a few of them with the cloak. The Grenadiers look like they're all getting it. He's going to have 2 of them at one point. So looking to take some stagnant engagements and get these G43s to get some nice surprise bursts as squads try to close the distance up close and personal with them. This mortar pit still doing a lot of work. It's only got 1 model killed, but it's done quite a decent amount of damage and holds a lot of the middle area, holds both munitions in that VP. I'm surprised. Does this MG42 have the cloak yet? It does. Yeah, see, that's going to be the one that really hurts him. And the Jaeger Command Squad gets bullied around a little bit. Nice rifle nade from the squad on the fuel and does a lot of damage, but doesn't get... Oh my... And he got the retreat! Retreating Jaeger Command Squad. There was commandos coming for that too, but the Panzer IV now very upset trying to deal with this. But I can't believe he got that. No models on that one squad that caught that rifle nade though. Very disappointing. Is this another modified M6 mortar pit trying to take on this, and AEC trying to shoot off the bridge and managing to hit the lip here over and over and over again. He's going to walk up to that modified M6 and drop 2 models. But really unfortunate. Now Talisman not having a good time. Looking like he's on the back foot. He has that Panzer IV. He can start to try and get the critical mass of those ready to go, as he will have another one available to him as soon as he has the manpower. And losing that squad really hurts. And you can... Man, that's just really unfortunate for him. Another modified M6. Refero, it's one thing, if you ever want to learn how to play UKF at a 1v1 top level, watch Refero when he plays 1v1. He is so good at maximizing time of what would normally be idle units for other players. Constantly utilizing munitions. It's not uncommon to see UKF players floating 400 or more munitions at all times, but he has mines everywhere, all the time. And that's why picking up a Pioneer squad, especially with the hazard removal package, was really beneficial for him, as now the mines are a little bit more likely to actually find damage, as before with the hazard removal squad, it just gets decloaked so fast. But the secondary Panzer IV is coming out now for Talisman, and hopefully we're into the platoon command post for Refero already, but it looks like it's going to be the AEC fighting the Panzer IV here. Panzer IV finds that shot around the side of the building in the northwest end of Deutz, and Mortar Pit firing along into the north, trying to connect into potentially these Pioneers, and I'm surprised he's not just chucking a Gammon bomb, and here it comes. And he'll get them out from behind that cover. 2 sets of nades, the Mills bomb and everything. So AEC finding some nice connections along with the, what looked like a 6-pounder, and it was. Panzer IV might be in a little bit of trouble here, especially with all the abilities of the AEC. And he's trying to bully it around. The 6-pounder setting up on the retreat path of the, oh, he gets it anyway! And it's abandoned! Oh, it's abandoned like right outside the base of Refero. Oh, no! Oh, and the sappers are right there to grab it up. Oh, this Panzer IV has to run right for this. He has to kill this. He just cruised it. So this is extra firepower. He's going to force this Panzer IV to kill his own Panzer IV. Is he going to go for the target tread? No. He needs to pop the smoke, and he does. It's a shot. There's a Faust. Goes down. 6-pounder setting up to defend this. This could be 2 Panzer IVs. That get the 6-pounder reload in time. And he gets around the building. So AEC goes down, Panzer IV stolen, but not stolen for long. And he will get out of there with the other Panzer IV, just a little bit of health. It would have survived that other 6-pounder shot as well. And here's where snares would have been fantastic for Refero. If he could have snared up that Panzer IV, it was assuredly dead there, but AEC does finally bite the dust. We do have the company command post ready to go. We're just waiting for the manpower now, and it should be a Cromwell. But either way, amazing bounce back from Refero. A nice utilization of the cutoff here to take away the fuel, which Talisman desperately needs to stay in this game. He needs to amass Panzer IVs, at least 2, before he starts going into anything else. As he is teching into Tier 4, so he might just be content sitting around with his 1 Panzer IV, trying to play it out slow with his early game domination and those few wipes of those infantry sections from Refero. He does have quite the advantage in VPs of 400 to 261 for Refero, so he does have a little bit of time to buy out, get into some more devastating units, and I have a feeling it's going to be the Brumbar. I really do. It could also be the Panzerwerfer, but I do generally think it's going to be a Brumbar. G43 Grenadiers moving all the way up into this shipping yard in the northeast end of what is a small industrial section of Deutz, and pushes off a nice flank onto the fuel, pushes off that 1 infantry section. Is going to manage to connect up a fuel back into his base. He does have the south one, but we do have the movement from Refero down here, and that cloak on those commandos not firing. They are on not allowing their weapons to fire off, so they will just move over and hang out behind the M4C and cloak in cover. But the Panzer IV is interested in pushing him off of here. Increased received accuracy while building those sandbags, dropped 2 models from that Panzer IV in that infantry section. 6-pounder is setting up for this. Finds 1 shot, another 6-pounder the choice. So I wonder if he's going to tech, try and get into a Comet or maybe even a Churchill. Map looks great. Thank you. I on my main channel I map, so if you're so interested, one of my other lads in chat can link you it. And he's going for the Panzerwerfer. Interesting, and I wonder how this is going to actually work out for him. I don't know if this Panzerwerfer is really that good against a trench in this mortar pit. The mortar pit, yeah, it's annoying, but it really hasn't done too much. I'm not sure about the Panzerwerfer first. I think he needs a Brumbar. Brumbar could do the same thing, just walk up and fire with impunity. Even against 2 6-pounders, he can just walk away. But let's see what he has decided to do on the company command post, and he has opted to go for the Comet tank upgrade. So hammer specialization locked in, so he's going to just save for a Comet. G43s hanging out in the northwest end of Deutz, trying to hold that VP and doing so successfully. Meanwhile, the southeast end also under Talisman's control, so With Refero camped up in the middle, he can choose which side he gets a fight on, forcing Talisman to split these fights all the time. And the Mills bomb goes down, is going to drop the gunner. Mortar Pit fires some shots. And that's a retreat from the MG42. Panzer IV still down here. Another modified M6, man. He's just got them everywhere. Every which way. He's standing on his own mines, though. He's lucky that that mine didn't blow up underneath the feet of that infantry section. And there he goes. The Panzer IV does what it does best on the move. Fires, misses a shot, and hits that modified M6. And here comes the Panzerwerfer beating on those 6-pounders. And they take quite a bit of damage. He uses the rapid maneuvering to go back to base. And the Egger Command Hero Squad comes back in, especially after the wipe of one of the Grenadiers. Another modified M6. He's just so active with these sappers. It really is amazing how well he places mines. I can't talk about it enough. If there is one thing out of all the things that you can learn from Refero, it's mine placement and utilization of a squad and maximizing their utility. Is he does it so well. And he has to. I mean, this is exactly what you need to do. Now, sadly, this mine was saw, so he could fire a rifle nade into this if he so wanted and blow that mine up potentially, or have the Panzer IV attack around it to blow it up, but we'll see. He knows there's a mine there. As a removal squad, Pioneers do find the secondary modified M6 on the southwest cutoff for that fuel. But the Comet is on the production line, head to the front line. This UC still alive. Vet 3, 17 kills. Mortar Pit firing randomly down into the bottom.
The enemy is taking our territory.
It's on and off. MG42 now with Vet 3 hanging out behind this old plaza building that's been bombed out. Section decides it's not worth the manpower bleed and heads off, but here is the Comet. And the Comet can be devastating. I don't know what that camera shake was, but we'll go with it. Panzerwerfer shots come down. Does this gonna show the Comet? I'm surprised the Comet's headed up into the north. But I guess he wants to get these Grenadiers out of here. They're both cloaked up. And he just retreats straight away. That should be a Panther now for Talisman, if I had to wager a guess. Now, despite this, Refero is down on the VP count still. We'll stabilize up in the northwest. This Comet is going to buy Refero a lot of time and assuredly control of an additional VP. This Mortar Pit's still firing out. I love the cloak on the MG42. This is such a good way of using this, especially since you can tell them to hold their fire, switch on to the incendiary, let them load it in the rounds, and just annihilate a squad that moves up. It's very, very annoying to deal with, especially with the micro of somebody of Talisman's caliber. Now, we have 2 modified M6s here, another one here. Where else are they at? Comet misses that shot, fires directly into the VP, it looks like, but this hero squad is getting annihilated, and he's trying so hard to just at least neutralize this. He does so successfully, but at the detriment of 3 models off that squad. And another commando glider insertion. This time it looks like it's indeed going to be into the south. It is right onto the VP. Panzer IV rolling down and through. He's trying to save up for this Panther. Gonna take out that Horsa glider, no problem. Knowing full well it's there, but not before the neutralization. That first shot from the Panzer IV takes out the poster column they were hiding behind, and there he goes. He gets the neutralization of it. He's no longer really interested in trying to stand here. He'll contest these B-43 Grens, but the commando's going to take so much damage. So is this Panzer IV, though, if it keeps catching shots from the 6-pounder. And where's that Panzerwerfer shot? There's a Comet. There's a Mills bomb. Grenadiers forced out. Grenadier still hanging out in the south. Panzer IV has to go away. Comet interested in potentially going to find it. Panzerwerfer shot coming down on in.
We have lost a squad.
Another wipe. Another Grenadier squad for Talisman gone. And there's the Panther. Panther couldn't come out any sooner. I'm very surprised he's not going for this Panzer IV and that he didn't move up on its retreat path. Double fuel income now for Refero. And no, almost none for Talisman. Trench that went down being replaced immediately. Vickers won't go into its secondary home, just had to move out temporarily. I really like this play from Refero. It's such a shame that I messed up the overlays at the start. Again, my apologies.
The enemy is taking our territory.
I'm interested to see if he saves up for the munitions on this. I mean, he's so far away, but he'd love to have that Stuka close air support. Either way, Panther is almost here. We have an engagement up in the north. That should be a nice, easy win. Here comes a Panther across the bridges of the railway bridge of the Hohenzollern. He'll have to work his way through his base a little bit here. Well, he's going to stabilize in the northwest now. Comet finds a shot into that command squad, but rear armor pointed at this Panzer IV. Panzer IV misses. It's the frontal armor of all things. And then the Panzer IV misses again, and Comet totally fine. Centaur, the defensive anti-infantry deletion device for Refero now. Panther curious about moving in to help this engagement across the railway tunnel. Vickers along with a 6-pounder. Here comes the Panzerwerfer barrage, though. Does that 6-pounder catch a lot of this? I like how far forward he's moving this Panzerwerfer, so it's the cluster, the AoE on it, is super small, and he finds really good connection onto that trench, but not enough to kill it straight away. Another 6-pounder moving up, potentially going to hang out into that VP range. No, it doesn't look like it. Panther returns a shot after the Comet fires into the MG42, and the Comet moving forward, maybe a little too much, but he's trying to bait into this 6-pounder. 6-pounder going to set up and fire some return shots. Finds the connection and the pen onto the Panther, along with a Comet connection and pen, and Panther fires back. Second 6-pounder shot does not connect, bounces off the front armor. Comet will back away. And where's this Centaur going to hang out? Centaur looks like it's curious about the northeast section as well. Sniper now the choice for Talisman. Alright.
The enemy has broken.
Not sure how much effectiveness he's going to get out of this. Interesting. I'm not sure how to spin the sniper this late into the game. 33 minutes in. It could be easily killed. But we'll see. Another trench on the VP down here. Ooh! Nice double rifle nades from Talisman. One onto the trench and one on the exit. And he doesn't, despite that play, manage to get a kill. Oh, that's super unfortunate. That was really nicely done from Talisman. I'm very surprised he didn't get a full wipe on that, to be honest. Sniper headed up into the north as well. MG42, G43 Grens. Two sets of Pioneers. Another modified M6. This is what I'm talking about. He's like, oh, the fighting's over for a little bit? Let me just build a mine here. Now, he is standing on it, so if this Panzer IV actually were to land a shot, that mine would have blown right up on top of those sappers there. So a little unfortunate that he doesn't get it. Sniper shows his face for the first time, and the Comet fires and lands right at the feet of that sniper, giving it one warning, I'm sure. Panther rolls forward, misses a shot as well. A nice phosphorus shot from the Comet to ignite that MG42 and deal that AoE dot damage, and this Panther just getting smashed by that 6-pounder, and Comet doing well as it now is interested in moving forward with this fight as everything snare-wise is gone, and the 6-pounder should be moving up with the advanced maneuvering or rapid maneuvers, and it does, and it finds a shot into the Panzer IV, and this Comet is interested in engaging the Panther. Panther Vet 1 uses the Blitzkrieg tactics to try and sprint out of here. He wants out of here so much that the Comet shot doesn't connect. Main gun crit onto the Comet. Panzer IV misses the shot. That could have been the Comet down, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a wash. Neither side losing too much, except for the fact that Talisman has lost all map control and presence in the north in its entirety now. And we do have the loiter from air supremacy from Refero, so any catastrophic engagement, he can throw that down, get some nice damage out. And a Comet now being built. Or is that a secondary? No, that's a Cromwell. Comet, or excuse me, Centaur firing into the Grenadiers. I cannot believe Refero's bouncing back in this game. And honestly, looking like he's going to win it. 196 VPs for Refero, the 220 of Talisman, and a pack now the choice from Talisman. Panther just not cutting it the way that he would like. Infantry section capping up the southeast VP inside of that trench. Sniper comes forward and pokes out a shot. Got 3 kills since it's been built at a 33-minute mark, so it is on the average of 1 kill per minute, which is what you want to see on your sniper. Pack ready to go. Sniper firing another shot into this Vickers. Retreats straight away, though, once the Vickers fires the shots back. Cloaked up MG42 hanging out along these railways, trying to cover this middle VP. The incendiary surprise burst will it be enough to get that UC, and the UC goes down to 36.5 minutes. The light gaming bomb, is it going to come in? The retreat, however, will be more than enough, and the trench explodes, takes out the Vickers as well from the Panzerwerfer. So nice set of engagements here from Talisman, finally getting that UC. And looks like we had to cancel on the Cromwell that he was building. And is this going to be another Comet? He doesn't have enough population. Unless I am crazy and he threw it away immediately. I think he did indeed cancel it. Nope, he goes right back into it with the Vickers being lost. He thought maybe he'd have enough pop cap for another Comet, but he does not. Standing once again right on top of that modified M6, the Panther fires a shot, misses that infantry section, and honestly, the misses is what Talisman really wants. Is if he can hit that modified M6, it'll be very nice for him. The pack even firing into this, trying to get rid of that sandbag wall, and mortar pit now firing into the stagnant defense that is the pack. Getting it to back on the way. Both 6-pounders here. Everything is just clustered around this modified M6. Meanwhile, down in the southeast, we do have Panzer IV finding a little bit of crush action. This is a dead infantry section if I've ever saw an infantry section to die. And there it goes with the triple vet, MG42, G43, and the Panzer IV there. There was no way. He's trying to push up into this. This pack's going to be getting really close to vet now. Nice phosphorus shot, but the attack round can still come out, and he's way overstaying his welcome. He's got to get out of there. But here comes the Centaur. Centaur wants this desperately, and another wipe, this time on a Grenadier squad for Talisman, losing a squad. Centaur just trying to bully this pack so the Comet can come back up. Comet trying to be repaired up. And there's the Vet 1. Does he use the target weak point? He can pick up the Centaur pretty easily. Main gun destroyed it. He doesn't even need it. It goes down no problem, as it is made of paper, and every shot pens. But the Cromwell will be tagging it out and moving up in for this. The 6-pounders weren't quite able to move all the way up into this. And yeah, Cromwell throwing the Horsa Glider cockpit up and over, and Cromwell changes his mind. Pack headed back to the base to heal up. Another Panzer IV coming out, and it looks like Talisman is trying to stabilize now. And with the VPs actually being not in his favor for the first time in a long time in this match, with a 140 to 190 favoring Refero. We're going to have to wait and see what's going on. And we have a crazy dance happening right here. This Cromwell. What is it doing? That was weird to say the least. 6-pounders set up. Will they get the shots? 1 shot, 2 shot. Both bounce. That armor really holding up for that Panzer IV. Here comes the Panzerwerfer shot, though. Those 6-pounders did show. Where's that Panzerwerfer shot headed? Oh, there's the modified M6 blowing up underneath the 1/6 pounder as the Panzer IV smashes right into it, and the Panzerwerfer shots onto the Vickers and the infantry section building that trench. And while all of this was going on, at some point or another, I managed to miss the sniper going down. Sniper's short-lived. Definitely not the investment that Talisman was hoping that it would be. Oh, it died because a Cromwell missed a shot to the Panzer IV? Well, at least I showed you guys it, but I missed it myself. Just your esports ready RNG. Mortar pit still smashing down on these poor pioneers and up in the north. This mortar pit, man, it's just been so annoying. It's gotten 2 models, but it's Vet 2, just smacking everything as much as it can. Infantry section rolling through this alleyway. What is he shooting the ground at? There. Oh, he's trying to find those commandos in the old marketplace here. And Panzer IV fires a shot at this infantry section, takes out that archway, and now is interested in just trying to find some more damage onto him, and rolls around, runs over the carcass of its old Panzer IV friend, and gets a shot right into its frontal armor from that Comet. Panther moving up, wants to contest this potentially, standing on top of his own modified M6 again. And smoke shot from the mortar pit there, I think. Yeah, it is, to make sure if that pack is hanging out behind there that he doesn't have to deal with it on the Comet end. So micro and the mortar pit a little bit here as well. Where's that Cromwell at? I'm surprised it's not moving up onto this. The 6-pounder is about to get hit by this Panzerwerfer. Or is it on? No, it's onto the trench. That Vickers has got to hop out. And it doesn't do so in time. It doesn't look like it takes a lot of damage either way. The pin comes out from the MG42 and the Panzerwerfer onto that infantry section. Vickers now setting up to try and do itself a favor, or its team a favor, by retaliating onto that Jaeger command squad with some suppression and pinning of its own. Here comes the Cromwell firing some shots. More smoke nades. Panther now interested in contesting the Cromwell. 6-pounders, however, hanging out down here inside of the sight blocking for it, but Cromwell goes down. Comet rolling forward, not getting up on the flank. 6-pounders not firing a shot because they actually cannot see past the sight blockers here. So he moves them up a little bit more, but that Cromwell going down is enough for him to build a secondary Comet. Incendiary rounds from the MG42, getting that pin, I'm sure, or before that Sapper Squad caps that middle VP. Smoke rounds come out again. Pack moving way far forward. And there's the phosphorus round from the Comet. But a lot of damage coming out of this Comet. Both 6-pounders fire into that, the Panther, though. Panther misses while it tries to throw that fadeaway shot, but that pack moving up, it really smells blood. Backs away as far as he can, but he's backed into his own mortar pit. There's nothing here to kill it, and he doesn't want to catch any mortar pit shots if he can afford to. I'm surprised that he hasn't thrown down the air supremacy yet just to get control of this middle VP. And Pack misses. You have one job. Misses wildly, and another attack round that time misses, so a little bit unlucky from Talisman, but now he might be trying to attack around the mortar pit. He's going to, but he has his green cover right in his way, and he's going to repeatedly shoot it, and he has to get a little bit further south or north for that. Meanwhile, in the south, we do have a cloaked up squad of G43 Grens on that fuel, and the double vet Panzer IV in the south, ready to react to any offensive down there. Secondary Cromwell shows, however, and the new Panzer IV maybe not really feeling so great about this. And the light artillery barrage thrown down onto the mortar pit, but it has used its invisible force field bubble of no damage being taken, so that artillery barrage is just going to tickle it a little bit and not really do too much else. That, however, does get it to stop firing, so the pack can be a little bit more ambitious in staying here to take these engagements, but the infantry section just pushing it off. And still, again, no air supremacy. Once he gets both of these Comets ready to go, maybe we'll see an all-in from Refero trying to close out the game. This Panzerwerfer really doing work for Talisman, making sure that these stagnant defenses are removed ASAP. Another Sapper Squad, which totally makes sense. This is with 2 Comets out. He's going to be on full repairing duty. We do have the commandos hanging out in the northwest VP, waiting for any little squad that could to walk their way up on into them. But right now, it looks like Talisman's just trying to figure out how he wants to play this and push into a VP. It looks like he's wants to just fight over and over again into the bulk of Refero's forces, and another Panzerwerfer barrage just goes down. Panzer IV rolls up, sits inside that crater, trying to do it. Oh, and that smoke nade trying to capture that middle VP, but the mortar pit had other plans. And here's the shot from the pack. Comet fires a smoke shot at it to deny its sight. Panzer IV rolls forward. 6-pounder can't see past its own smoke. And where's that air supremacy? Both players content and just fighting over this middle VP. I do feel like that we're going to see a flank from Talisman up and behind everything from the south, though. Meanwhile, he is trying to push off the infantry section with that double vet Panzer IV and doing so successfully. Not much that infantry section can do. Mortar pit firing more smoke rounds on the Panzer IV and the triple vet MG42. Panzerwerfer barrage is ready to go again and is firing right on in. Every minute, the Panzerwerfer is just going to keep throwing love the way of Refero and brace used straight away. So no damage being taken this time around, but that does get the infantry section to walk up into the cone of fire of the MG42 and get suppressed and pinned. 6-pounder fires a shot, hits the Panzer IV. Second one moves up from the north, sets up, and another smoke shot from the Comet to deny the sight of the MG42, but it pays for that shot with a little bit of damage. I'm really surprised he hasn't used this yet, to be completely honest. It's absolutely amazing to me, as he has 250 munitions ready to go for it. He can use it twice. Just an astronomical amount on his end. White phosphorus round this time. I believe it's the phosphorus round. White phosphorus. Yeah. Gets the MG42 to pick up and move a little bit. Panther, pack, everything firing into this. And another phosphorus round goes through. Attack round not on the money for the pack through that. 6-pounder firing a few shots into the Panther. 6-pounder goes down for the Panzerwerfer. Panzer IV rolls up, trying to deal with this, but catches a bunch of shots. Comet, 6-pounder, and a recruit 6-pounder right in front of his face. The Panzer IV goes down, and a Brumbar is immediately queued up. Commandos bullying this command squad. MG42 trying to set up to cover them, and will do so successfully. This Brumbar couldn't get here fast enough if it tried. Less than 100 VPs left for Talisman now. Panther finding the rear armor of a Comet. 6-pounder bouncing off the shot, but the one from the south does find that connection. Now this Brumbar is going to be really hard for Refero to deal with, because it can just roll up, get repaired, and deal catastrophic damage each time. Panzerwerfer barrage again onto these 6-pounders, I'm sure. No, onto the mortar pit. Does manage to hit the one 6-pounder quite a bit, though. 3 6-pounders now the play for Refero. But the Brumbar is here and is ready to go. We'll see how it goes down.
We must stiffen our resolve. We are losing a sector.
He's ready to fight into this. Vickers firing into the command squad. Brumbar fires a shot, but doesn't connect onto the 6-pounder. 6-pounder uses the rapid maneuvers to get the hell out of there, as the shot from the 6-pounder will be more than enough. Comet rolling forward. Panther misses that shot. Another 6-pounder shot lands onto the Panther. The second one does not connect. The Panzerwerfer now goes down, picks up and destroys that one 6-pounder. It is gone. It is out of there. And all kinds of smoke thrown down now. Comet way overstaying its welcome, getting really lucky with these bounces, and another phosphorus shot onto that command squad. Brumbar rolls forward, needs some more damage, but this is what it excels at, just rolling forward and trying to deal as much damage as it can, and some more smoke shots go out.
We have lost a pack gun.
Pack goes down from the north into south over the bridge. Firing shots still. He wants to kill this pack outright if he can. He's not able to, but he might be able to decrew it again. Panzerwerfer should be ready to go here in a moment. Brumbar fires a shot into the railway. Commando's going to go ahead and head home. Another 6-pounder being built for Refero. 6-pounder shot all the way from the north, finds that Brumbar. Comet's still here, fires into the sidearm with the Panther, but doesn't pen. The 6-pounder still smacking into that Brumbar. Brumbar has to go all the way back to the base now. Panzerwerfer shot coming down, I assume, right on top of this 6-pounder. It is directly on top of it, and the one last missile looked like does annihilate that whole squad, and squad goes down. Comet just parked on this middle VP. He's going to get snared, Vet 3, though, in a pinned infantry section. He does throw the nade out onto that command squad, and they catch it. Panther really interested in still maintaining this. The 6-pounder was recrewed, but not on vehicles only, so fires a shot at the infantry, and then goes down to the MG42, and this Comet not feeling so good. 6-pounder from the south fires another shot into the Panther. It's going to be enough to push it off, and another retaliatory shot, a fadeaway, does manage to find the connection and the pin. Comet coming up from the north. Mortar Pit's still singing down. Needs to get that Comet repaired. Only 50 VPs left now for Talisman. There's the air supremacy. Please get off of here. I have almost 700 munitions. And he throws it down, but it has been neutralized. He's going to lose this Grenadier squad if he's not careful. Brumbar rolls up, eats a shot from the 6-pounder immediately, and then another one for its time. Here comes the air supremacy shot, and another shot, and another air supremacy. Everything blowing up. The MG42 trying to dance past the bombs and manages to only lose one member. And he's opting to destroy the 6-pounder as it's blocking his path currently. MG42 hanging out on that middle VP. Yeah, and that's what he wants to do. He misses! How do you miss? Phosphorus shot. Now, this won't drop the last model on here, but that mortar pit will be more than enough to smack onto it. But he does get the cap, so he stops that bleed for a little bit. And 2 infantry sections now hang out here. Brumbar's got to roll up and get these squads off of this. 50 VPs left for Talisman. Brumbar fires that shot, deals a good chunk of damage, but doesn't get any models, but does get him off of that VP. Throws a Mills bomb. The command squad will move out of the way just a little bit before the initial explosion. Here comes the Panzerwerfer onto that trench again, and the sappers just walk away from this. Panther finds a shot onto the Comet in the north along the road. Still hanging out on that light artillery barrage coming down that middle VP now, and nobody cares about the other VPs, northwest or southeast. It is just about making moon craters on this middle VP. And less than 50 points now for Talisman as the middle VP has gone the way of Refero. Rolls up, throws another phosphorus round. Comet takes a ton of damage, 50% of his HP for its time from the Pack and the Panther. Or the Vet 1 Comet now getting repaired up. And infantry section trying to keep its toe inside this capping circle. And Brumbar makes sure that that toe being inside that capping circle was very detrimental. Another Panzerwerfer shot goes down. Is he going to lose his Comet? The Comet has a squeak of health left. Another air supremacy raid, this time on the back lines. Comet rolls up over the bridge a little bit here. Fires that phosphorus shot. And he's getting all kinds of damage put down on him. How are these going to look? Here come the bombs. MG42 gonna get out of here in time? Looks like it is. The pack's still firing into that comet. Oh, I maybe spoke too soon. MG42 loses 3 models, still manages to make it home. And now the comet rolling forward. Brumbar gonna try and contest this middle VP again. Comet fires into the shot, and then 6-pounder finds a shot too, and the pack trying desperately. It's probably gonna go down here. Oh, and the comet fires directly into the railway, but the hull gun will be able to snag it. The Panther trying to find some shots, and meanwhile, while all of this is going on, this sneaky little squad managed to go all the way up into the northwest and grab this VP. So the middle VP does finally go to the hands of Refero, but the northwest one again changing hands, this time for Talisman. He's gonna have to react to this. And a Stug, I like this choice from Talisman. The Stug will do a lot of work for him and help neutralize the effectiveness of the Comet's phosphorus shot a little bit. Anti-warfare shot again. Comet shows up, gets snared for its time, and then the command squad will run away. 2 nades thrown down on the retreat path, but not a whole hell of a lot going to happen that way. Vickers just hanging out totally uncrewed outside of this trench in the bottom.
Enemy forces are securing.
Gonna go ahead and cap it up with the commandos. Movement speed bonus will help that Comet get back into the middle where it's needed. Order pit. 18 kills now since the slugfest started happening in the mid, and this time the white phosphorus mortar cover coming down, so it's going to deal a lot of damage to these infantry squads. Another snare onto this Comet. Panther might smell blood if it wasn't so low HP, but here comes that Stug, and the Stug might roll forward. Now, the mortar pit has to actually connect here. Infantry section will make short work of these grenadiers, and the MG42 with just a little tiny squeak of health on every model. Brumbar rolling up. It wants so desperately to take out this 6-pounder. Panther 4 flanking in the south. This might be the all-in that puts Talisman back on the map. Oh, nice pen, though, from the 6-pounder. Gonna get one more shot from the attack ground. He wants it, but he's not gonna be able to get it. Panther 4 all the way up and behind. Panther warfare shot directly onto the sapper squad that was trying to repair this Comet. Comet misses its shot, and the brace onto that order pit will save it. 6-pounder turns around, tack rounds through the line of sight blocker, and the Comet lives to fight another day. Panther 4 goes down. So just a Stug, Brumbar, and a Panther now for Talisman, along with a Panzer Werfer. And the middle VP changing hands yet again, courtesy of the infiltration commandos, and one little Comet already ready to go. Does have enough damage on it that it can be snared and deterred just a wee bit, but pump fakes the gammon bomb in the middle as the command squad rolls up. 6-pounder fires a shot into the Panther, does not connect. Panther 4 on the production line to come out to the front lines of Deutz. And tons of connections. This Stug dealing a lot of work. If he can get that Vet 1, he'll be in a really good spot. The Panther does manage to fail massively on its one job, and it's that penning. We're actually hitting the Comet. He's going in. He's ready to go. He's like, yeah, you don't have a turret? That's great. But finally, the Panther picks up that shot. The light artillery barrage gets the 6-pounder to pick up a little bit. The Comet does go down. And meanwhile, the Brumbar attack rounding all the way across the map, trying to get this. Oh, no, that's the bunker-breaking barrage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. And the 6-pounder trading with it, and the few shots from the Brumbar doesn't actually manage to connect. The secondary Comet hanging out in the middle, trying to get these Pioneers off here. Stug rolling back up through, and it's going to be farming up to that Vet 1. That target weak point is going to be really annoying to deal with. A Vet 3 Panther firing some shots onto this Comet. We have another phosphorus round thrown down. 25 points now for Talisman. Panzer Warfare again. Comet, the last line of defense. Brumbar fires over that white phosphorus shot. The Mills bomb goes out, and he manages to keep that middle VP under his control, but the MG42 incendiary rounds pick up the retreating sapper squad. And there's another phosphorus shot. He has to get out of this arc. Unless he's the sight blocked. Yeah, it looks like it's sight blocked. Everything's so weak for Talisman. I think that's it. Just kidding. He managed to get all the way up in the north again, stop the bleeding. The hemorrhaging is stopped at 13 VPs. Southeast VP is going to change hands here in a moment. And stop it at, looks like going to be 9 VPs, maybe 10. 10 points remaining. That's where it stops at. Panzer 4 eats a modified M6. It wants that shot onto the onto the mortar pit. Enough of the mortar pit, he says. Comet and 6-pounder is sight blocked here. Can he get it? The last shot. He misses on the Panzer IV. How do you miss? Unbelievable. He's going for the attack round. The attack round misses as well. Oh, no. He's going for it, but it looks like the turret's not pointing where it needs to be, and then he fires a shot at the Comet. It doesn't even pen the Comet. Takes it out handily, and the mortar pit still alive. Sapper squad still alive, but the Panther and the Brumbar now rolling up as there is no 6-pounder left. 6-pounder was dropped. He gets the mortar pit. And that Panther wants this Comet. Is this going to be a triple cap now for Talisman? Leaving a minute and a half left for Refero to get back onto the map. Comet taking more damage. He's lost everything. Sapper squads. Everything's gone. He can just throw away. But there's that modified M6 that he put down at the beginning. But the main gun destroyed on his Comet. The 6-pounder is hitting the field, but not quick enough. And another Panzer IV coming to the front line. Did Talisman just win this game? Did he stabilize at 10 VPs? A minute and a half left after the triple cap comes in. He does have to get this northwest for that timer to be very much so accelerated, but this is going to be tough. The mortar pit was the crux of this defensive strategy from Refero, and with it being gone, it's going to be really hard for him to really do anything else about it. Light artillery barrage to help defend that middle VP. Meanwhile, in the south, we have a commando squad going all the way down and through. Gonna try and sneak up onto this, but there is a one model Jaeger command squad down here to protect us as well. Look at this huge flank. He's going all the way through. He really wants it, but the northwest is gonna change hands immediately after this. Now he's gonna try and go for a rifle nade most likely. Once they show middle VP, that'll be a pin and or a wipe squad here in a moment with that Brumbar. Ooh, he's lucky that wasn't getting that bottom VP to change hands, but the northwest is as well. Panzerschreck going off again, 6-pounder, trying to get this Brumbar, man, and he just can't seem to get the last little tick of health off of it yet. Meanwhile, the Comet finally getting repaired. Please, my main gun, it's been destroyed for so long. Slap some duct tape on it. Let's get back out there, he says. 75 VPs now left for Refero to the 10 of Talisman.
The enemy is down to 75 points. The enemy is taking our territory.
Filtration commandos with a light gammon bomb. They get that cheeky little old MG42 out of there, and immediately the light artillery barrage thrown out on that middle VP. 2 6-pounders here defending it though, and the Flame Pioneers with the Flamme Warfare 35 are not going to be able to beat these little commandos at close range. He gets one of the 6-pounders. He's walked out of the circle. You need to stand in the circle, and it's I think that's it. I don't think Refero wins. He takes the MG42. He pops the commando smoke to cover the MG42 a little bit, but there's too many vehicles. The Comet's got a lot of work on it. He's gonna get one middle VP. He was triple cap for a second there. 43 VPs now to 10. This Panzer Warfare MVP, 53 kills. Been vet 3 now for what feels like 40 minutes, as we've just gotten a little bit over the hour-long mark on Deutz. Of course, Pioneers, only thing being made for Talisman now is he has so many vehicles. 5 vehicles. Cromwell being built. But he has to get onto these VPs, and I don't think he can. The Comet's just not going to be enough. Wherever the Comet goes, on the other end of the map, Talisman will retaliate. Panzerwerfer comes out again. He's going to find out that the Vickers and the 6-pounder don't really enjoy being bombed. Another light artillery barrage. The Vickers with one model left. Light artillery barrage here to keep the squad of Refero off of here. And we'll do so successfully. And that's a neutralization of the middle point. Panther fires out. Stug most likely should... Oh, no, it's way too low health. And Comet taking a ton of damage. Panther going for it. He can just throw this away. 6-pounder looking to find these shots. And there's the air superiority. But that's a triple cap. 10 to 10 VPs. This is GG. He has to get on the VPs now. They have to get decapped right now. I can't believe this game. What an absolute slugfest. And somehow Refero, despite his opening, made Talisman work for this win for the last hour. Talisman had such a superior opening to this, and Refero kept it in, didn't throw the towel in, and almost won. Only 10 VPs. What an absolute ridiculous game. Holy hell.